Hey guys, thank you so much for taking time to listen to today's short word. I just felt to share with all of you. And yesterday I came across a group of ants that were just crawling, and there was so many there. You can't even count the number of ants that were there. And at that moment, the Lord reminded me of this important truth. Sometimes we tend to think that, there's so many people in this world, we can't even count the billions of people. And, when we look at each ant, I was just thinking about this and said, what if each ant had a name? Each ant had a thought of its own. What was each ant thinking in its mind? And would anybody take time to understand or discern what the ant is going through, or a particular ant maybe having pain? Or I was just thinking and contemplating on these questions, and I was reminded of, sometimes we tend to think like, there are millions of people, billions of people on this planet, and how does God think of us, or how does God look at us? Does he just look at us as a cluster of human beings, or does he look at us as an individual? Many times we look at ants just like a cluster. Oh, there's so many ants here, or there's a beehive which has so many bees. We don't sit and count how many bees are there. We don't analyze. We don't think about what each bee is undergoing or thinking, or all of that sort. And sometimes we tend to think God thinks of us the same way, that we are all in this world struggling together. There's so much of pain. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm going through, but this is a word for you. I was reminded of the scripture which says in John chapter 5, where there is a time when Jesus goes to the pool of Bethesda. Now, this pool of Bethesda is known for multitudes, millions or thousands of sick folk lying there waiting for a miracle. And the Bible says in verse 6 that when Jesus goes to that place, there was a man who had been a cripple for 38 years, and he thought, there's nobody to help me. Every time I tried, nobody is there to support me. I'm failing every time. I'm never getting my miracle. The Bible says, especially in the Amplified Version, in verse 6, that Jesus noticed the man. See, there were thousands in that same place, but Jesus noticed this individual. That's the word of encouragement I want to leave with each one of you under the sound of my voice. Don't think that you're just one of the 8 billion people on earth. Don't think that God has other people to look at, or maybe he looks only at one nation as a whole, or maybe a group of people as a whole. Maybe he only has special interest for people who are in ministry, or who are closer to God in a certain sense. No, I want you to understand this important truth. As an individual, he knows the thoughts you have in your mind. He understands the pain you're going through. There are things you cannot explain to people. In a cluster, you look just like one of the so many people in that cluster. You're just one of the so many people who are affected by this coronavirus, or you're just one of the 8 billion people on earth. You're just one of the people struggling with unemployment, or you're just one of the. But God looks at you as an individual, not as one of the 8 billion people, or so to speak. So that's the word I want to leave with each one of you. And if there's something you want to share, do feel free to share. This is a word to encourage you that you're not just one of the 8 billion people on earth. You're one of a kind. God has you in the palm of his hands. He looks at you. He knows the thoughts that you're having. He knows all the struggles that you're going through, and he is going to answer it in a beautiful way for you as well. So if there's something you would like to share, feel free to do so. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, may God bless you. Amen.